We have now entered the make or break stage. You've survived the airport, the flight, you've navigated the conference and avoided the post-talk drinks. Now, you're back in your hotel room, you're alone. Adrenaline dumps and whatever damage you've accumulated is about to compound or stabilize. Don't fuck this up. Welcome to Travel Ops Part 3 Hotel Room Recovery Lab. This episode isn't about optimization, it's about containment. By the end of this, you'll know how to reset circadian drift, regulate your nervous system, rehydrate, protect the depth of your sleep, and prevent tomorrow's crash. The same protocol no matter where you are. Whether you travel once a year or once a week, there is an familiarity with hotel rooms. It's not your normal space, so it's unfamiliar, but the same elements exist no matter the hotel. Between the universal light switch lottery, the pathologically lying thermostat, the bathroom light that's bright enough to be seen from space, or the desk that's just wrong on so many ways, you're not in completely unfamiliar territory. You may not have been in this exact room before, but you have been in this room before. You'll also be carrying the same baggage you usually have with you. And I don't mean your backpack loaded with your laptop, stickers, Flipper Zero and Raspberry Pi. I mean the circadian desync from traveling, the hydration debt, the CNS overload, and the potential immune system breach. The mission today isn't to fix everything, but show how you can stabilize the system overnight. Because tomorrow, it costs more, it takes longer, and the crash hits harder. So as we know, every level has enemies. Chrono drift is a residual effect of the chrono beast we dealt with in part 1. It doesn't leave when the flight ends.
God, fuck. Real fucking lingerer, man.
Yeah. Your internal clock is running in the wrong time zone. You either fall asleep immediately and wake up at 3 AM ready for the day, or you're awake, staring at the red glow from the light on the alarm clock, waiting until it's time to get up. Here's the counter protocol. Get the lights down immediately. Blackout curtains closed. Have a warm shower. Try to remove all of the light leaks and cool the room. Pro tip, add some breath work to engage your parasympathetic nervous system. It will lower your heart rate and calm your mind. The thread here is the nervous system never wants to shut off. It's the pressure loop from part 2. It lives on. Your body's exhausted, but your nervous system is not. You lie down, but you're still wired. All of your thoughts from the entire day arrive at once. You mentally review the presentations and relive all of the social encounters. And all of a sudden, you've 32 new ideas that you kid yourself with I'll remember that in the morning. Sleep is shallow, fragile, and patchy. The counter to this, you have to be predictable. Like, you know, on the boss level in Sonic, where Dr. Robotnik moves in the same patterns, you just have to remember how they changed every time that you damage them. It's predictable. We want predictable sleep and wake times, predictable light, temperature, and the same sequence: quiet, cool, dark. When the environment is safe, the nervous system follows. The hydration debt engine has been amplified in part 1 and part 2. The flight stripped the fluid and the conference hour finished the job. Being underhydrated leads to morning brain fog and inability to focus. Overnight dehydration thickens your blood, slows circulation, and guarantees morning brain fog. You don't just wake up tired, you are behind. To counter this, get 16 to 24 ounces of water before bed. Add electrolytes if you're just off the flight or had anything to drink. Then run it back in the morning. And you already know by now, hydrate before you caffeinate. Our system is currently running low-grade systemic inflammation. Your stress hormones are elevated as a metabolic byproduct of long days, poor food timing, alcohol, and dehydration. Even if you nail sleep, you can wake up feeling off. Nothing is wrong, but it doesn't feel right. Joints are stiff, head feels heavy, mood is flat, and motivation is low. Inflammation is a residue of travel, and unless addressed, it will compound overnight. Cortisol remains elevated. Inflammatory cytokines stay active. Lymphatic clearance is reduced, and glymphatic brain clear-up underperforms. The system wakes up dirty. Yeah, you slept, but you did not reset. This boss will not be beaten with darkness and silence, it's beaten with clearance signals. Hydrating before sleep supports lymphatic flow. Electrolytes restore fluid balance and transport. Light movement early in the evening primes clearance. An early protein dinner reduces nocturnal inflammation. Alcohol avoidance prevents inflammatory rebound. Although agave-based tequila contains anti-inflammatory compounds, so you can argue with yourself on that one. A cold shower will reduce anti-inflammatory tone, but if it's pre-bed, aim for contrasting hot and cold. Finish on hot to set your internal temperature for sleep. Inflammation isn't always visible, but it's present the next day in brain fog and energy crashes, even if you slept fine. The mental load that you're carrying from part 2 bleeds into decision fatigue, and when you get to this stage in the game, every decision can seem monumental and every choice costs energy. Dinner menu, minibar decisions, late night doom scrolling or catching up with work. Your frontal cortex is overclocked. To counter this, pre-make your decisions and then it just becomes execution. Know what you're going to eat and where. Ignore the minibar and brick your phone. I can recommend Opal here. I'll drop a link in the description. Pro tip, sit with a pen and paper for 20 minutes and write out all of the things you want to get done. It'll be your tomorrow to-do list. This should eliminate that internal mental battle when the lights go off. Because the fewer inputs you have, the deeper your recovery should be. You already know by now, every boss has a counter, not a hack or a biohacking fantasy. A small, repeatable loadout that allows you to stabilize the system, no matter where you are. This is the Hotel Ops Kit. The circadian anchor counters circadian drift. The loadout, eye mask, blackout curtains. Pro tip, bring some bulldog clips so you can actually close the curtains properly. A warm shower or bath pre-bed. And cool the room 62 to 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Why? Darkness permits melatonin. Temperature drop reinforces night signal. Consistency beats perfection. You're not forcing sleep, you're giving the clock permission. CNS safe mode counters your sympathetic lock. The goal here is to signal safety so your nervous system stands down. The loadout, predictable pre-bed sequence. Breathwork, use box breathing or similar. I use the Oak app or the Wim Hof method. The link will be below. Get a long phone charger and have your phone off the bed. Use low, warm lighting only. Why? The nervous system responds to predictability, not motivation. The same inputs equal a lower threat detection. When the environment is predictable, the nervous system stops scanning for danger. The fluid restore counters the desiccator. To restore circulation and set up overnight recovery, use this loadout. 16 to 24 ounces of water before bed. Electrolyte sachet, especially post-flight or post-alcohol. Why? Recovery chemistry depends on fluid movement. Hydration overnight is non-negotiable. The feeling when you wake up tired or the I need coffee to function, 99 times out of 100 is just underhydration. The clearance sequence counters the inflammator. We want to flush stress, inflammation and metabolic residue. The loadout, some light movement early in the evening. Go to the gym, do some light cardio or just go for a fucking walk. A protein dense dinner, preferably 2 to 3 hours before bed. Alcohol avoidance or a very strict boundary. An optional contrast shower, but finish hot pre-bed. Why? Lymphatic and glymphatic systems need fluid and movement. Inflammation clears when inputs stop fighting recovery. Sleep doesn't clean the system by itself, you have to let it. Cognitive shutdown counters open loop demon. The goal here is to remove as much mental load as possible so sleep can complete. The loadout, pre-decided dinner plan, minibar ignored, phone bricked, opal or focus mode. Use a pen and paper to do a brain dump. But why it works? The brain can't rest while it's holding open loops. Writing it down closes tabs. Fewer decisions tonight equals more energy tomorrow. So here is the Hotel Ops protocol. Room, recovery, reset. This is the exact sequence, no improvising or vibe coding. Phase 1, room secure on arrival. You walk in, the room is hostile by default, so you secure it. Bags down, shoes off. Lights down immediately. Overhead lights are the big light off, lamps only or nothing. Curtains closed and clipped properly. Thermostat set to 62 to 66 degrees Fahrenheit. The room now belongs to you. If this isn't done in the first 10 minutes, it's unlikely to get done at all. Phase 2, pre-sleep lockdown. This is where most people sabotage themselves. 60 to 90 minutes out, screens dimmed or off completely. Warm shower bath, water and electrolytes in. Phone charging away from the bed. No, just one last thing. You're not winding down, you're standing down. Phase 3, the nervous system stand down. Do some breath work, 5 minutes is enough. Box breathing, physiological sighs or whatever pattern you know. Heart rate drops, thoughts slow, threat detection disengages. If your nervous system doesn't feel safe, sleep is never going to finish the job. Phase 4, your sleep defense mode. Eye mask on, earplugs in, room cool, lights out. If you wake in the night, no phone, no light, no negotiation. Back to sleep. You're protecting depth, not chasing duration. Phase 5, the morning re-anchor. As soon as you wake, curtains open immediately. Sunlight in your eyeballs. Hydrate before you caffeinate. Some light movement within 30 minutes. Clock re-anchored and system is now stable. Panda protocol. This is how I run it. Every hotel room gets treated the same. No thinking, no exceptions. I don't try and sleep well in hotels. I remove threats so sleep becomes inevitable. Eye mask and earplugs live in my bag. Electrolytes are non-negotiable. I use LMNT. I love lemon habanero, but I cannot fucking find it online anymore. So Element, if you're listening, have you discontinued it or can you send me some? Second choice, mango chili. If it's international travel, I'll supplement with 3 to 5 milligrams of melatonin, but only on the first night. I also have this weird habit of leaving my shoes by the door when I'm locking it, and I'm not sure if it's a security protocol and wondering that if someone tries to get in, they're going to trip on a pair of old school Vans. But I've done it for years and it's predictable. I also travel with essential oils or spray, usually lavender and cedarwood. These help aid with sleep. Finally, white noise. I use the Oak app, Soft Rain, the same one I use at home. This and the smell make the space familiar and repeatable. Part 3 is not where you get better, it's where you stop getting worse. You don't fix circadian damage here, you don't erase inflammation, and you don't catch up. You stabilize. Because if you wake up degraded, every decision costs more and every stressor hits harder. And the crash isn't optional, it's delayed and usually hits harder. Stabilize the system overnight so that recovery becomes possible later on. Miss this step and everything downstream fails quietly. This is Travel Ops Part 3 Hotel Room Recovery Lab. Same protocol, every hotel, every time. In Part 4, we'll look at the reset protocol, where we actively dump inflammation, repay sleep debt, and reclaim the baseline. If you travel for work, this episode is the difference between surviving a trip and arriving home feeling upside down and inside out. Stay sharp, stay human, and I'll see you in the next mission.